Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland Reviewer, and I'm here to review Space Sweepers, and this is from Sung-Hee Jo, who directed this Korean film that's dropping on Netflix, and this is a big, pulpy sci-fi flick. This is like straight space opera. You got your Star Wars, you got your Cowboy Bebop, you have your Firefly. This is it. Korean version. And you have this film, and it is 2 hours, 17 minutes of tons of characters, big space action set pieces, and a lot of fun. And the cast, this central ship full of characters who find this young girl who has been manufactured into a bomb. They're trying to protect her. Maybe they're trying to take advantage of her first, but then they start to realize this is a girl who needs support, who's missing her father, and they jump into action here. You have all the different characters you might expect. This film is not the most original film. That's the thing. If you've seen Cowboy Bebop, if you've seen Firefly, if you've seen Star Wars, you have an idea of what this film is about. These characters, that dynamic, living on this ship together. They're a hodgepodge family, and they kick it into gear and try to protect this young girl. And along the way, you have fantastic cinematography, great direction. There's just a shot earlier in the film, this overhead shot on this long hallway, and it looks perfect. It is an interesting shot, interesting shots, interesting framing, lighting, everything all the way through this film. This film, in terms of like big effects, honestly, it looks pretty cool. And it looks pretty good. There are times where you feel like, I kind of feel like I might be watching like a video game or something. But in general, it's immersive, it's big, and the action is really well shot. From whether they're like small angle shots off the side of a ship as it's flying and jerking around in the sky and shooting. And you have so many exhilarating and fun action set pieces. There's a lot of awesome space fights with different ships, and it's fun. It's exhilarating, even if the story isn't the most original thing. And you have all these characters. You do have a main antagonist who's actually played by Richard Armitage, aka Thorin Oakenshield, and you know he has this voice, and like the voice works. Character's not super interesting. He's a bad guy. He's doing bad things. So we don't like him. He's a bad guy. And he's coming at them, and it's not the most memorable villain, and not the most memorable story along the way. But you have all these human characters, you have these robots, one particular robot who really wants to get a skin graft so he could be, look like a woman. And not just be this shell of a robot. And that brings up some interesting things. They're fun characters. The cast is really committed. They're a charismatic cast. You enjoy the time you spend with this central group of characters. And this is the kind of thing where it's like, they do have to do a lot of setup. And I feel like if there were a future film with this group of characters, it would be even better. Because you're diving right in, you already know them, and you get to go and invest in a more interesting story instead of something that kind of like brings them together kind of story, which you have some origin story bit kinds of plot points that you have to bring together to make it work and move forward. But in general, Space Sweepers is a lot of fun. I had a blast watching it, and I definitely think this is worth checking out on Netflix right now. But those are my thoughts. And one last thing, the score in this is triumphant, it's fun, and you just want to go out and jump in a spaceship and join the dogfight. But that's my last thought on Space Sweepers. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.